What is up, everybody? How y'all doing? How you doing? We're going to do a reading for all signs today. And I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've done this once before. But today we're going to take a look and see what this person likes about you. Whoever the hell you're dealing with, whatever person is on your mind, what do they like about you? I want to do a reading where I'm focusing on positive messages only. Believe it or not, y'all, reading all that negative shit drains the hell out of me. Like, it seriously does. I know some people think that I'm just some negative asshole. No, I'm not. I'm a very honest reader. I read what comes through, nothing more, nothing less. I'm not going to sprinkle sugar on the tarot readings to make them sound cute. And I'm not going to tell you just what you want to hear. But that does get very draining after a while. So if I want to do a positive reading, I have to put that intention into it very specifically. So that's what we're going to do here today. So, all right. I'm dripping water all over myself. All right. So you know what to do if you would like a personal reading. Look right down there in the description of this video and you will find the link that will take you straight to that page on my website. Remember, full personal readings are half price until October 1st. Celebrating my 6 years reading tarot on YouTube. All right, that deck said no. All right, Aries, let's see what this person likes about you. I don't even remember how I read this the last time I did it. I don't know. We'll just see. We'll see how Aries comes through. Aries, what does this person like about you? Positive messages only. No negative shit. Not in the mood for it today. What's this person like about Aries, universe? Ooh, 10 of coins. Well, it appears as though from the outside looking in, I don't know if you're very well put together. Maybe you look like you got it going on. Maybe it looks like you have money. Maybe you do have money. Maybe whatever it is, your outward appearance, I think, is very impressive to this person. Very, very much. And the Aries card jumped out. So they do like that intrinsic Aries energy about you, that cardinal take charge and, you know, no bullshit type of energy. Your ability to be very independent and lead. They also, I don't know where this comes from, but I think they perceive you as the type of person who doesn't hang on to the past. Now, whether you do or not, I don't know. You know, some people are good at faking it, you know, and whenever it's time to move on to the next, they're really good at faking it. Now, I'm not saying that you are or you're not, but the way this person sees you is that you're the type that doesn't cling to the past. You know, when something's over, it's over. Time to move on to the next. You know, not clinging on to anything that doesn't serve me. And with all this Queen of Wands, Emperor energy, you know, just that natural fire energy that you have about you that's very no nonsense, no bullshit. Don't waste my time. I'm not playing fucking games with you. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to tell you exactly how I'm feeling and exactly what I'm thinking. And just your whole aura of being that cardinal fire sign that you are, I do think is very impressive to this person. Also, they view you as the type of person who's not afraid of being alone. You appear to be very independent, like you don't need nobody. You ain't hanging on to nothing from your past. When it's time to move on, it's time to move on. That's the way they see you. Again, I'm not reading your actual energy here. I'm reading how this person sees you and what they like about you. So if you're sitting there like, well, that's really not me. I'm not saying it is you. This is how they see you. And that's what they like about you. They like your ability to not let your emotions make stupid decisions for you. With the King of Swords there, you seem to be very, very passionate and, but in the other sense, you're very, very logical and reasonable, and you don't make stupid emotional decisions. Or so they think. All right, cool. Well, you know what? I'm probably just going to do a one spread each, because this is positive messages only, what they like about you, how they see you, and that's it. All right, Taurus, what's this person like about you? What do they love about you? What's their favorite thing about you? What's this person like about Taurus, universe? Ooh, the Ace of Cups. So they really perceive you to be a very loving individual that I think they probably actually feel a really warm, soft, comforting type of feeling when they're around you. Hang on a minute. But I think they perceive you to be somebody that has a very healthy balance between logical and emotional, because it kind of seems like most people are either too much of one or too much of the other. A lot of people are very imbalanced. They're either way too logical or way too emotional. And they see you as somebody who has a very healthy balance between both. Very, very emotional. You're very open and upfront about how you feel, and you stand up for those you love and this and that, but at the same time you're able to flip a switch and move into that logical state of mind as well. This person also perceives you to be the type of person who would take on the world for those that you love. That you would, be willing to do anything in the world, take on whatever burden you have to take on for those that you love. But at the same time, you also have another aspect of you that's kind of silly and goofy and can play games, and you know when to not take things too seriously. So you seem pretty well-rounded. Again, for those of you just now tuning in, I'm not reading your actual energy. I'm reading the way this person sees you and what they like about you. So, again, I said it a few minutes ago in the Aries reading. If you're sitting there thinking, well, that's really not how I actually am. I'm not saying that it is. I'm saying this is how this person sees you. So, you have no nonsense, no nonsense attitude when it comes to toxicity. And it seems like you have a lot of self-control and an ability to be able to deprive yourself from temptations. Like, for example, let's say it's not payday yet, so you're a little short in the bank. You only got like $50 to your name, but somebody's inviting you to go out and party. And it's been a real stressful day. Your boss was such an asshole, and nothing would be better than to just go out, have a few drinks, and let loose for a little bit. But you're like, nah, I really can't. That wouldn't be a good idea. I only got like $50 to my name. It's not payday yet. If I go out and spend my money tonight, what if something happens tomorrow and I end up needing some money? I can't. As tempting as it is, I just can't. That type of energy is, I think, admirable to this person, because hey man, that's tough to be able to do that, man. That's tough, especially in 2024. So this person, I think, kind of views you as somebody that's very, very well-rounded and has your priorities in order. All right, Gemini, what's this person like about you? Positive messages only. Positive messages only. What does this person like about Gemini? What's their favorite thing about you? Whoa. 5 of Wands. Hang on. All right. So you don't really seem like a person who is just going to agree with people just to tell them what they want to hear. Are you actually that way? I don't know, but they see you as that way. I don't know, maybe did they see you maybe stand up for yourself in a situation where everybody was disagreeing with you and you just didn't care. You spoke out and spoke your opinion. Yeah, so they view you as the type of person to speak up and speak your mind no matter how nervous you are. Even if you have a whole group of people teaming up and going against you and disagreeing with you, you're the type of person that doesn't really care, that will just go ahead and speak up and speak the truth and tell it how it is. Like, I don't give a damn if everybody in the room disagrees with me. You know, I'm not going to play that little game where everybody just agrees with everybody because they're afraid of being made fun of. No, fuck that. I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to tell it how I actually see it. I don't care if everybody disagrees with me. You know, even if I'm shaking, I'm going to speak the truth. So this is the way they see you. They also view you as somebody who's not afraid of being alone. You don't appear to be somebody that really necessarily needs a friend or, you know, a romantic relationship. You seem to be pretty independent. And at the same time, you keep a pretty positive outlook on life. Like, they like the way you're able to maintain a positive outlook. Even when everything is going wrong, you know, you always have a way of flipping things over and looking at the bright side and talking about, you know, well, here, there's a silver lining in this. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. You're able to take negative shit and flip it on its head and grab something positive out of it. They notice that and they like that. All right. Okay. We just going through these one spread each, y'all. Positive messages only. No negative shit. I am not in the mood for negative shit today. All right. Cancer. What's their favorite thing about you? What do they like about you? What does this person like about Cancer, universe? Positive messages only. No negative shit. Well, they really view you as somebody that works really hard for what you want, especially if you're dealing with somebody at the workplace. If you're dealing with a workplace person, they view you as a very hard worker. Hang on. All right. They see you as a really good communicator as well. Also, you appear to be very non-judgmental. That when they're around you, like, there's something about your energy and that they can be having the most horrible day in the world. But when they're around you, when they're talking to you, there's something about your energy that calms them down and makes their anxiety go away. And they feel safe being able to open up and express themselves and express how they really feel at the deepest level without being judged, with the judgment in the reverse. And for some reason, they view you as a very strong individual as well. It's not really giving me a whole lot of details around that. Maybe if you've shared some stories about you, about your life and some of the things that you've been through, or maybe some of you are actually going through some shit and they know what you're going through. For those of you so for those of you dealing with a person who knows what you're going through something rough. Like, for example, the loss of a loved one, you know, like maybe. Okay, am I coming in clear now? Am I clear? Looks clear on this. And I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, y'all. All right. So, for example, your mom or dad just passed away, your husband or wife just passed away, and you're still going to work. Still going to work and doing what needs to be done and still maintaining your composure and you know, something to that effect. I'm not saying that's exactly what's happening, but you know, that type of thing, you know, and you just look at a person like that, like, God damn, how are you even functioning right now? Dude, your fucking spouse just passed away and you're at work? Like, what? How are you even getting out of fucking bed, dude? You know, like that type of energy, that's how they see you. Why do they see you that way? I don't know. But they really admire that about you. They view you as a very, very, very strong individual. Very strong. With the Tower card and the Strength card here. So, all right. Leo. What does this person like about Leo? What do they like about you? Positive messages only, no negative shit. What do they like about Leo, universe? What do they like about you? What does this person like about Leo? 3 of Wands reversed. All right, so they see you as the type of individual that, how do I word this? You don't waste a whole lot of time sitting around and overthinking shit. Like, you pretty much go after what it is that you want. And at the same time, it's like you have this really, really interesting ability to be able to go from being very, very serious, going for what you want. But at the same time, when it's appropriate, you can flip a switch and be goofy and funny and silly and you know, you're the life of the party and you can make people laugh and whatnot. And you have an ability to be able to go from one to the other without, you know, because some people are just too much of one thing. You know, like me, for example, I'm one of those people. I'm one of the people that's like too much of one thing. Most of the time, I'm like, when I'm off camera in real life, I'm like very, very serious and very quiet, like all the time. And sometimes I have a hard time flipping the switch and flipping into that funny, silly, goofy mode, you know. I can do it when I turn the camera on and I go to work, but, you know, in real life, I'm the type of person that I'm usually very quiet and very serious all the time. And you seem like that type of person that does know how to flip from one to the other depending on what kind of situation you're in. But no nonsense, no bullshit. You go for what it is that you want. You would die defending the people that you love. But then at the same time, you can flip a switch and be very, very logical. You know, when the time calls for it, because there's a time and a place for everything. So many of us, myself included, struggle with a time and a place for everything. Most people are usually just one way all the time. But, you know, you have this ability to be able to flip a switch and kind of mold into whatever type of situation that you're in. Again, for those of you just now tuning in, this is how this person sees you. I'm not reading your actual energy, okay? So don't get on me if the message is inaccurate. I'm reading how this person sees you. Why do they see you that way? I don't know. But that's what they like about you. All right. Virgo. Virgo. What does this person like about Virgo? Positive messages only, no negative shit. Oh, 6 of Pentacles. So you do seem very generous and very fair. Like when it comes to pretty much anything, you're not the type of person that's one-sided. You don't come across as a person that's very biased, you know. You seem very, very, very fair. And what's another way to word that? You know, let me see what else comes out here. Oh, And I don't know if this is really how you are or not, but they do view you as the type of person that will take some risks. I don't know. I personally never met a Virgo that likes to take a lot of risks, but hey, for whatever reason, I don't know if they assume that something that you're into is very risky or what, but also at the same time, they view you as kind of intimidating, but in a good way. Like not intimidating in a negative way. I think they find it very admirable. Very admirable. You're the type of person that'll abandon a situation that does not serve your highest good. So if you're, like, say, for example, in a group of friends who are doing some stupid shit, or you're working with a group of people who are, not getting the job done properly, you'll abandon anything that doesn't serve your highest good. Five of Pentacles, Tower card. You're not afraid to end a shitty relationship. You don't seem like the type of person that would cling to any kind of toxic connection, be it a friend or whatever the case may be. And they find that very admirable. Also, they view you as somebody that doesn't like to cling to the past. Do you? I don't know. This is just how the person sees you. That's one thing that's very fascinating, is that a different version of you exists in the mind of every person that sees you. One question that I get very frequently in personal readings is, how am I perceived by others? And I'm like, I can't tell you that. A different version of you exists in the mind of everybody who has ever perceived you. So. All right, Libra. Just running through these real quick, y'all. Libra. What does this person like about you? What's their favorite thing about you? Boom. Well, you seem like the type of person that is able to work well with others. Like whether it's in a workplace situation or even like in a friend group or whatever. You're like a really good team player. You're able to work very well with others and get along with others in a way that a lot of people aren't. Your intuition seems to be very strong. So you're not like a naive idiot that's going to stick your head in the sand and get taken advantage of by others. And you are absolutely not afraid to speak your mind. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. For some reason, too, I don't know if this person knows what you're going through in life right now, but they admire your ability to keep pushing through whatever it is that you're going through. Are you going through something? I don't know. But for whatever reason, maybe they're just judging you and assuming like, yeah, I can tell you going through something, but God damn it, you're pushing through it. And that's very impressive. Also, you're not too terribly stubborn. You're very flexible and open-minded, or so they think. That's how they perceive you. Very, very flexible, very open-minded, not stubborn, not all up in your ego. You're the type of person that would change your mind when presented with new information, you'll throw your old beliefs away. But you also, at the same time, ain't afraid to tell somebody to fuck off. And the Six of Pentacles, very, very fair and very generous. You don't appear to be a very greedy, selfish person. Okay. All right. All right. It's just one spread only. One spread only. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, what is this person like about you? Positive messages only, no negative shit. Did everybody get notified today? Let me know if notifications got sent out. All right. What does this person like about Scorpio? What do they like about you? Okay. Well, how am I going to word this? With the High Priestess and the Lover's card, you seem that like they can tell that there is way fucking more than what meets the eye. Way more. Way, way more. And fuck, how do I put words to this? It's something about your deep, 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 mysterious energy where they know there is a lot more than what meets the eye. And I think this person is usually really good at being able to figure people out. You know, you're around somebody enough, you observe them, you kind of watch them, and you can. So a lot of people are really, really easy to read and figure out, but you're not. You're not. This person, I think, is very intrigued by how mysterious you are. Like every time they think they've gotten you figured out, you do something or say something that makes them think, oh shit, damn, I thought I had you figured out. Like they don't know you as well as they think they do. And that's intriguing to them. It's intriguing and fascinating. But at the same time, you can be very, very stubborn, bullheaded, and fixed. Right? I mean, you are a fixed sign. So you're not backing down when you make a decision. You put your fucking foot down and you stick with it. You don't let anybody bully you around. And, you know, like if you've made a decision or if you have an opinion or if you see things a certain way, you're not the type that's going to let anybody just shame you or guilt trip you or bully you out of your opinion or your beliefs or your stance. You stand up for what you believe in, regardless of what anybody else thinks about it. And at the same time, you're very, very deep and mysterious. So this person can see that about you, but at the same time, they can't really figure you out. And I think they find it very fascinating that you're very, very deep and mysterious, or so it seems. Again, I know I've said this like 10 times already, but for those of you just now tuning in, I'm only reading the way this person sees you. I'm not reading your actual energy. So don't get on me if it's inaccurate and I'm describing you incorrectly. I'm not reading your actual energy. Why does this person see you this way? I don't know. I have no idea. But this is how they see you, and I'm reading what they like about you, according to the way they perceive you. All right, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what does this person like about you? Positive messages only. No negative shit. All right. Well, they really like your ability to, like, no matter what it is that you're going through, you know, they can't figure out whether or not you, like, if you're going through something rough, like, if you're going through a tough time, you're able to somehow just laugh it off and, like, act like it's not a big deal. And they can't figure out whether or not you're genuinely just laughing it off. You know, whether or not that those giggles are genuine, or if you're just really, really, really good at covering up your stress. They can't really figure that out. They really can't figure that out. Now, unlike your, what I would consider to be your counterpart, Aries, right? The two most feisty fire signs of the whole zodiac is Aries and Sagittarius. Unlike Aries, who is very fire the gun first and fuck asking questions. Just fire the fucking gun. You're not like that. You are all about firing the damn gun, but you take the time to aim, right? You think through before you fire the gun. You ask the questions and you aim first before you fire the gun. And they like that. They like that about you, that, that fire the gun energy, but it's very calculated and very well thought out. Does that make sense? With the Ace of Wands, Two of Wands. Also, you will walk the fuck away from somebody like that if you have to. You don't appear to be the type of person that'll stick around and put up with a whole bunch of bullshit, and you don't seem like the type of person to cling to the past. So it could be your BFF from middle school. If they do or say something stupid or whatever the case may be, later, I ain't sticking around, Why do they see you that way? I don't know. Is that how you really are? I don't know. But that's how they see you. But at the same, so you see, okay, now this is a weird one too. They see you as an open fucking book who you'll just barf your opinion all over the table. But then at the same time, you'll flip a switch and you're very, very mysterious. So I think that this person's trying to figure you out. They're really trying to figure you out. They can't tell if you're an open book or if you're deep and mysterious. Or if you're just one way one day, the other way another day. Like they're having a hard time figuring that out, but it's fascinating to them. And also, at the same time, you will wear your heart on your sleeve. You appear to be the type of person that'll wear your heart on your sleeve, but you won't let yourself get attached to anything toxic that isn't serving your highest good. You'll walk away from something even if it tears you to pieces to walk away from it. That's how they see you. I don't know if that's how you really are, but that's how they see you for whatever reason, and they like that. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn. What does this person like about Capricorn? Positive messages only, no negative shit. What does this person like about Capricorn? Of course. Of course, you're a hard ass worker. Now, I don't think you have to know anything about astrology to know that Capricorn is going to get the goddamn job done, boo-boo. Ain't nothing going to stand in your way. Ain't no obstacle, no challenge, no nothing going to stand in your way. When you see a motherfucking goal, you going to accomplish that goal. You will either accomplish that goal or die working towards it. And they can see that. And they admire that. They do like that. Also, you seem to be a very good communicator. You don't really seem to be the type of person that, beats around the bush or, maybe says one thing but means something else. Or you don't seem to be the type of person that says one thing one day, another thing another day. You don't appear to be a very inconsistent communicator. They also like your ability, your ability to put your priority list in order. So you seem to be the type of person that will put the goal and the prize as number one and deprive yourself of any pleasures or temptations, along the way. You also seem to be the type of person that can always see the positive. And again, when it comes to working towards your goal, that can come in handy, having a very positive mindset. Because we all know when you're working towards something, whether you're working on a new project or building a business or whatever the case may be, and all these challenges and obstacles start popping up in your way, it's really, really, really easy to start focusing on all of the negative. When no matter what it is that you're working on, no matter what it is that you're doing, you're always looking at the positive way to overcome an obstacle. You don't see an obstacle, you see an opportunity for growth and learning. That type of energy. You don't really appear to be the type of person to keep secrets either. Do you? I don't know. But you did or said something that leads this person to believe that you're an open book that doesn't keep secrets. You also have this very fascinating ability to be able to see opportunities where other people wouldn't be able to see it, you know? Because, you know, a lot of people can have opportunities right in front of their face and they don't even realize it, you know? You're sitting around complaining because they're broke while they have a cell phone in their pocket with unlimited numbers of ways of making money. And be like, well, there's no way for me to make money. And it's literally, you have a cell phone in your pocket with unlimited ways of making money, you know, and that's just an example. But you're the type of individual that if there is an opportunity in front of you, you see it. You know, you will knock on every door in front of you to see if a doorway of opportunity opens. And you're a risk taker. You will take that risk. You will make that leap of faith. Because you very much have that mentality that it's better to try and fail than to let fear hold you back. That's the way they see you. I don't know if that's how you really are, but that's the way they see you and they like that. All right, Aquarius. What does this person like about Aquarius, universe? What does this person like about Aquarius? Ooh, Queen of Wands. So very, very no nonsense. Hang on, let me see what comes through with that. You cannot be emotionally manipulated. And they like that. They like your ability to be able to remain very, very, very logical, rational, reasonable. And no matter how much emotional pressure is being put on you, you remain logical and you remain very, very matter of fact. And, you know, I don't know why they think that. Maybe they've seen you in a situation or a scenario where somebody was trying to persuade you emotionally and failed to do it. Or if they just observe you generally and you really do not seem like the type of person that makes decisions based on emotion. Also, too, from the outside looking in, it appears as though you really got it going on. Like you're very well put together. I don't know, maybe if you're more blessed financially than the average person and maybe you wear designer clothes or what. But from the outside looking in, you're one of those types of people that they look at you and it just kind of looks like you've really got it going on in life, whether you do or not. Also, you seem like the type of person that's not afraid to take risks. But you don't just blindly jump in and take a risk. You'll take a risk, but at the same time, it's a very calculated risk, if that makes any sense. I know that sounds kind of paradoxical with the Hangman and the Fool card. So you also seem like the type of, they can't figure out if you're just not affected by things or if you heal very quickly. Like, say, for example, you went through something very painful and traumatic recently, like the loss of a loved one or divorce or something like that. And maybe that wasn't really all that long ago. And they're like, man, you really seem to have moved on from that, you know? Just an example. And so they are really starting to kind of think that you're the type of person that can move on very quickly from things. I say that because of the Tower card, Three of Swords reversed. Also, you appear to be extremely independent. Extremely, with the Nine of Pentacles there. You do not seem like the type of person that needs anyone. And I think they may be a little bit intimidated by that, but they find it admirable at the same time. And you appear to be a person that seriously has your priorities in order. Okay. I'll probably come on and maybe do another all signs later on tonight, y'all. I just wanted to put some positive messages on the channel for today. Too much negative shit here lately, man. September's been oh man, negative messages coming through like crazy. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna balance this shit out. Let's get some positive stuff on here. All right, Pisces. Pisces, what does this person like about you? What does this person like about you? You're not the type of person to make a random, arbitrary, stupid decision. Like every decision you make, you're the type of individual that if you make a decision, it's thought through. Like with the Two of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. Two of Swords, Seven of Pentacles is not, all right, let's just do it without thinking about it. It's like, I'm going to take a step back and I'm seriously going to take every variable into account before I make a decision. So there's nothing random about the decisions that I've made in my life. There's nothing random about any decision that I make in my life. If I'm going to make a decision, you best bet yo damn skippy ass, I have thought about every possible variable, obstacle, and outcome that could possibly happen as a result of this. So that's kind of weird. So, okay. They see that there is a side of you that is kind of lonely and codependent, but at the same time, you don't let that make decisions for you, right? So you're the type of person where most people out there can be so like dying of thirst, so thirsty that they'll drink a glass of poison, right? And you ain't like that. So it's like, yeah, I may be lonely and I may be fucking sad and empty and whatnot, but I don't care. I'm not gonna tie myself to a fucking toxic friend or relationship or whatever the case may be. I'm extremely lonely. Yeah, I want more friends. Yeah, I want to be in a relationship, but I'm not just gonna jump in with any random Joe Schmo. I would rather be alone and sad and lonely than in a toxic relationship, you know? So they find that kind of admirable. You also seem like the type of person that does not like to burden others with your problems. They can tell that you are carrying the burden of some things that have happened to you in your life, but you really don't appear to be the type to dump that on other people, you know? Like how so many people are always looking to throw a pity party and dump their burdens on everybody else, and you just really don't seem like that type of individual. You also appear to be the type of person that only tries to control what you have control of. You don't really seem like the type of person to try to take control of things that you don't have control of. All right? You also don't beg people to be in your life, or so it appears that way. You know, like if you fell out with like a friend or a relationship or a family member or whatever the case may be, you seem like the type of person that would have the attitude that, you know, hey, the door's hanging open if you want to come talk to me, but I'm not begging. Not begging, not chasing. If you want to be in my life, you'll be here. If you don't, you won't. If you want to talk to me, you'll write me. If you don't, you won't. You know, and you just seem like the type of person that'll step back and let people do what they want, so they'll show you what they would rather do. Also, it seems like you have that inner child within you at the same time. You know, your energy seems very like you're a very, very old, wise soul, but at the same time, you have that inner child, you know, and you have this interesting balance between innocent inner child and old wise soul at the same time. I don't know any other way to word that. You don't take on too much. So like if you already have so much shit going on in your life, you know, like there's some people who can't tell anybody no, and they just take on all the burdens, you know, and they're carrying the burdens of everybody around them until their back breaks, where you're not afraid to tell somebody, nah, I really can't right now. Sorry. I got so much shit going on in my life right now. I got all this stuff I'm dealing with. I really seriously would. I just can't right now. I just got too much other shit going on. So again, is that really how you are? I don't know. For those of you just now tuning in to this, I'm not reading your actual energy. I'm reading how this person sees you. I'm not reading why they see you that way. I don't know if you did something to make them think that, or if for whatever reason that's just the lens through which they view the world, and maybe they could be seeing you totally wrong. I don't know, but that's the way they see you, and they like that. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that all my signs of the zodiac needed to hear for this particular message. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for those of you who tuned in and played along. Don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.